Luna, we're going to talk about it. Give us a minute. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new, please do subscribe, hit that bell button, like, and obviously slap a nice comment below. It helps get further reach. So, we're going back in time to where I got a little bit of a reputation for finding little things, talking about them, reeling off what they are, new introductions to sort of cryptocurrencies. Now, I want to make this very, very clear. This has been hyped up a little bit on Twitter over the last few weeks. I did plan on doing a video on this last week, but things happened in the market I wanted to cover first, and I thought I'll just leave. Something happened in the morning. It's now listed on Binance. As you're watching this video, you could probably get it on Binance in terms of the timings. Now, I want to explain what this video is. For those that know me for a while will know that I often come up with little coins that I found that are quite good. I tend to go pretty deep in coins in some cases. Now, you don't often see that on my channel when I talk about mainstream ones because most people know them. But you're going to see a little bit of a taste of how deep I can go with finding little things that could be of interest in the future. Now, this is one, Terra. I like it. Personally, I'm not going to hold it forever. I'm going to probably buy it and flip it, because I think this has got good long-term value because of how it's made up and built. So, in terms of this, one thing to make sure you understand with this is a full of everything. It's like a mixed bag of sweets, right? It's decentralized finance. It's got payments. It's built like a stable currency, so it's got store of value. It's pretty interesting, very, very interesting. It's also got a mega awesome team who I want to talk about too. So yeah, feel free to like and comment if you want more of these videos. Let me know. I'll more than happily do introductions to coins, little things that I found, and do further research on them for you. So we'll talk about the basics of it. It's been quite high in the past, $1.83 in July 2019. It's been out roughly about a year, give or take, just over a year now in terms of when that was released. So it's had a bit of grounding, but the developments are now there. They are getting onto some bigger exchanges, they're getting a lot of naming, and they're also starting to grow, which is obviously key with what you want as an investment. So let's go over it in more detail. Now, if you've been following me on Twitter, you would have noticed that I've already been in this for quite a while. I took some profits. I'm back in it now. Again, follow me on Twitter, please do. This is where you'll see most of the stuff first. Not to FOMO you in, but I do talk quite a lot about certain things that I'm doing on Twitter very, very openly. So this is the plan with Terra. It is to be used to transact around everything, essentially, in payments, without the stupid fees and the stupid volatility that you may experience when you're using cryptocurrency. So our mission is to free people from the hidden fees embedded into everyday payments. We strip away the inefficiencies by harnessing the power of blockchain technology. It's actually, when you unravel that curtain even more, it's pretty deep, and you're going to see some very, very interesting stuff in a minute. So the world's largest blockchain payment network. Terra upgrades the traditional systems with the efficient use of a blockchain layer, lower transaction fees, instant settlement, ongoing discounts. Now, there's a method in this which is also very, very good for revenue, and I'm going to explain that in a bit. You've got the different sort of elements here. You've got Terra UST, you've got Terra SDT, and you've got Terra KRT, sorry. So with this, it's a network of stable currencies which are price stable digital currencies pegged to world's major cryptocurrencies or world's major fiat pairs, or whatever you want to know them as. Underlying our stable currency protocol program to ensure price stability through an algorithm that expands and contracts money supply. So as demand for the token increases, the supply will increase. As it decreases and it starts to lower down a little bit, it will pull back. Think of it like a tide. Think of it like an ocean, if that makes sense. So it is also then stabilized by the Luna token. Our network of stable tokens or stable coins are backed by Luna, the staking token that powers Terra's proof of stake, essentially, okay, the whole blockchain. Much like the moon, which stabilizes I love this, stabilizes the Earth's rotation, Luna and its stakers are Terra's external guardians of instability. So the way it works is it kind of pulls back in the fees, and then fees go into the treasury that creates a revenue system for further developments. It is a revenue building and making system that works on a very, very simple model. So I'll go over the things in more detail. Obviously, we've got a load of like top retail platforms using it in Asia. It's got all kinds of 1.8 million users. It's already generating a ton of revenue in terms of usage. But there's one thing I want to explain in more detail here. You got the whole element with the miners and how it kind of works. And obviously, the volatility cycles of like any sort of cryptocurrency is kind of a huge thing. One thing that you need to be aware of in the world of cryptocurrency is volatility can kill a coin or it can make a coin. The ultimate lines with this is it's going to be used for currency, to be used as payments. It can't just be like Chainlink, for example. One day it's $1, the next day it's like $10. You know, it's like, ooh, can't use it anymore. You know, you got to look at certain things like that. And obviously Chainlink's a poor example, but we look at price action. So we've got here transactions fees. Every Terra transaction pays a small fee to the miners. Fees vary over time to smooth out miner rewards. For example, if miner rewards are declining, an increase in fees can reverse that trend, and vice versa. That's obviously cool. Now we've got this Sinaraj, if that is even pronounced correctly. Whenever the protocol mints Terra and earns Luna in return to generate what we call Sinaraj, the profit from the minting currency, Luna supply exceeding the 1 billion target, a proportion of Luna is burnt away and is given away as rewards to the miners. As with the transaction fees, the proportion of the Sinaraj that rewards miners is adjusted over the time to smooth out fluctuations. Remaining Sinaraj is allocated to treasury for stimulating growth. So essentially a revenue model. We have a genuine revenue model here. So just to put that in real simple terms, if the supply of the token is used, increases the supply a little bit, pulls money through the system. If it then decreases, then burnt again, and then that remaining revenue will be put into the treasury. Cool. So simple, really. One thing I like about this article, and same with the white paper, I'll go on the white paper in a minute, it's got a conclusion part. I like the conclusion. It basically explains it in very, very simple stuff. So let's look at the protocol. The protocol, as I say, it's a network of stable currencies that is very, very key, with a very clear adoption roadmap allowing the ability of e-commerce platforms to use this without any hidden fees, without any stupid fluctuations in price, and also price delays. We do not want to be sat there with your finger up your bum waiting for your transaction to go through, essentially. So collecting pushing 50 billion in annual transaction volume with 50 million users, Terra is poised to become a medium of exchange at a massive scale. Interesting. Setting the stage for financial disruption. For too long, financial institutions have neglected innovation at the expense of their customers. That's key. Beyond being a currency, Terra will become an open platform. Disrupted financial dApps allow the real growth of GDP for the blockchain economy. This is, in my opinion, a potential behemoth sitting there right now, in terms of if they can crack the code to allow something that is relatively cheap, stable, to allow transactions, this could realistically compete with the likes of XRP and Stellar Lumen. It is pretty much under the radar as well as it stands right now. Obviously, you got the Sinaraj stuff here. I think I'm saying it right. I don't know, but hey. What makes a difference is payment models. It's designed to use the new money system to drive adoption and fuel growth. This is the element here that's obviously key. Now, if you're looking at how this kind of works, again, another little bit of an article here, going over it in more detail. Collateral, demand flow, outstanding currency. It is all based around mathematical formulas. If you want to go really deep, you can. I'm not going to go over it in here, but you can see how this will all work to allow something to be quite useful. It will go up in price with demand, obviously, but it won't just be an absolute uppy downy sort of thing. This could be a long-term scaling sort of solution for most people. Now, solutions and a product. We've got one already. The global suite of payment solutions. Okay, we've obviously got this one here. Is it Chai? Is a payment gateway supported by the Terra's blockchain. Users simplify, link their banks, basically, to pay using the blockchain. That is huge, by the way. In terms of, if you look at the previous page, how many people already use that, pretty damn decent. And obviously you got a ton of partners there. Don't know any of them. MemePay, through a partnership with the popular messenger app Mongolia, Terra has launched stable currencies backed by integrations. So again, there's another one there. Seems pretty decent, to be fair. But it's an obvious start point, absolute obvious start point. But let's go to the white paper, because I want to talk about this conclusion part, because this is obviously key. If you've never really kind of looked into any sort of coins or any sort of like elements of white papers, look at what they are saying. This has got a lot of backing in terms of how the economy of this will work. That is where the key elements of Terra will kind of lie in the future, where how it runs. Will it run? Will it solve a problem? Most likely yes, because there's nothing really out there like this as it stands. So we presented Terra as a stable digital currency that is designed to complement both fiat and cryptocurrencies in a way to transact and also be a store of value. The protocol adjusts the supply of Terra in response to changing demand to keep the price stable. This is achieved by using Luna, the token that you're looking to buy essentially. The mining token, those stable rewards, are designed to absorb volatility from changing economic cycles. That is key. Terra also achieves adoption by running the seigniorage, not invested in stability back to its users essentially. Its transparent and democratic distribution mechanism gives dApps the power to attract and retain users by tapping into the Terra's growth, economic growth. So, absolutely key you understand how the mechanisms work. It's cool. So, the team. There's some bloody good people in this team. So, first off, the co-founder, Daniel Shin, is a founder and former CEO of Ticket Monster, Korea's leading e-commerce platform with 3.5 billion. I'm not sure what GMV stands for, to be fair. Also, the co-founder of Fast Track Asia is a company builder, including Fast5 office sharing platform, Foodfly. Also, is best known as entrepreneurs invested in Eastern Asia. So that's a good start. You got Do Kwon is wow. I've only just seen that first part. That's pretty decent. He's co-founder of a wireless mesh network, building a sophisticated decentralized application for real use. He's already got a world of decentralization sort of experience. But one thing here, he's a software engineer at Microsoft and Apple and studied computer science at Stanford. That is majorly important. There's also bigger kind of engineering elements here as well. You got early member of Uber's India team, and also has some very, very key financial qualifications and also engineering there. But yeah, feel free to do further research, but there's some absolute behemoths in here in terms of decent usability of team experience from other companies. It's obviously very, very key. So I'll just flick through here. Harvard Business University professor. So that's obviously very, very key. Bloody hell. A lot of finance here. Have you noticed a trend? So there's obviously some big ones of marketing, head of communications with marketing of Uber's Korean office, and also product lead of Uber Eats. So obviously key. But yeah, quick little flick through. Head of engineering. Wow. That is a very, very big game. So yeah, getting a little bit kind of like excited at Tomo Chain. And finally, unbelievable. When you look at it, it's unbelievable. I've seen it obviously all over the bloody place. But yeah, if this is totally under your radar, you've probably found something pretty decent, backed by a load of capital firms as well. And most importantly, you've obviously got exchange partners. Obviously, we're on KuCoin, going on to Binance very, very soon, as you can just see here. So yeah, doing well. But I want to end on this bit here. Do has been talking about the stability and using the Terra money for Ethereum, and here's why. The MakerDAO is the only real decentralized stable currency on Ethereum, but has severe scaling issues. We know that. Its stable currency is a byproduct of Ethereum leverage, not the end of, well, it's not ideal, is it? Let's be honest. Look at the fees. So this leads to MP issues where money supply can't expand when the market needs it. More people wanting DAI does not result in a higher demand of the Ethereum leverage, leading the preserved market conditions where DAI trades at a premium to the dollar. Terra Money is the only live tested stable platform where the market expands money supply with the demand in contracts. Contracts in response to lower demand. Responsible monetary policies will be crucial in Ethereum dApp scaling. Our goal is to bring Terra, this is a good bit, stable currencies or stable coins essentially to developers on every blockchain, working with Rent Protocol on the ETH bridge, and also Solana, Polkadot and Atom. So this could be huge. So all is done. Current price roughly around 56 cents, I think, or 57 cents. Obviously going on Binance pretty much right now. The volume's obviously been increased. It was about 32 this morning, now 55. There's definitely going to be a move, and I think people will get quite interested in this. Obviously looking at the supplies and stuff, but just keep an eye out. The fact that this is only on so many exchanges as it stands right now, it's only just gone to Binance, starting to just trickle through now. It's interesting. Obviously, you know, you've got some decent exchanges there, but there's also room to grow here. You've got OKX you can get put on. You can get on all kinds of different platforms as well, that all around the world. You've got to look at, for example, let's just briefly finish on XRP here as potential competition in terms of like the usability. You got to look at the market pairs of XRP. How many do they have? You got to think Terra only had about 23. You know, would it be a surprise to see how many markets using the likes of Terra in the future? Probably not. In my opinion, it looks like a certain dead set for Coinbase in the future, not to kind of FOMO you in, but when you look at the ilk of what it is and the stability and the stableness of it, I think Coinbase would probably more likely have it as a listed coin as well as a currency. So, huge potential. And you got to look at the potential there that Binance can give it a good push. So yeah, bit of a research beat, a bit of a new sort of element to the channel, bringing some new things to you. I will definitely be doing more of these in the future. So yeah, if you enjoy, let me know. I'll see you again tomorrow.